Today's story is The Love Bite That Saved the World. In the lush jungles of the Amazon rainforest, among the thick canopy and the ancient ruins of a forgotten civilization, lived Lady Grace, a remarkable female mosquito. While her kind was notorious for causing annoyance and spreading diseases, Lady Grace was different. She was special because she had a heart full of love and an adventurous spirit. One sunny morning, Lady Grace was buzzing around the towering stone temples when she spotted Indiana Gary, a dashing adventurer and archaeologist. His rugged appearance and a passion for uncovering the mysteries of the past had drawn Lady Grace to him like a moth to a flame. She was smitten by his bravery and charisma. Indiana Gary, covered in sweat and dirt, was busy deciphering hieroglyphics on an ancient tablet when Lady Grace landed gently on his arm. Her delicate touch sent shivers down his spine. As he gazed into her twinkling eyes, they shared a moment of connection that neither of them had ever experienced before. It was a love that transcended species. Over the weeks that followed, Lady Grace and Indiana Gary's bond deepened. They explored hidden caves together, ventured into treacherous terrain, and shared secrets under the starry Amazonian nights. Love blossomed, and Lady Grace realized she had to protect her beloved adventurer from a looming threat. News spread of a global epidemic, a deadly disease that was decimating entire populations. The world was in a state of panic, searching for a cure. As Lady Grace listened to the stories of despair from the insects of the jungle, she knew what she had to do. One fateful evening, as Indiana Gary slept peacefully in his makeshift camp, Lady Grace made a daring decision. She landed softly on Indiana Gary's arm and gently pierced his skin with her proboscis. Instead of drawing blood, she injected a minuscule amount of her own saliva. Lady Grace's saliva contained a unique enzyme that had developed over generations, making her immune to the deadly disease that was ravaging the world. Indiana Gary stirred in his sleep, feeling the mosquito's bite, but he didn't wake up. Unbeknown to him, something extraordinary was happening within his body. Lady Grace's enzyme, mingling with his bloodstream, triggered a miraculous transformation. His immune system began to produce antibodies that were not only resistant to the epidemic, but could also serve as a universal antidote. Weeks passed, and Lady Grace watched over Indiana Gary, her heart heavy with the secret she carried. But as the epidemic continued its deadly march across the globe, Indiana Gary awoke one morning feeling different. He knew something had changed within him. He immediately collected a blood sample and sent it to a research facility. Scientists were astounded by the results. Indiana Gary's blood contained the key to eradicating the epidemic that threatened humanity. The world was on the brink of hopelessness, but now they had a chance to fight back. Researchers used Indiana Gary's blood to develop a potent anti-serum. It was distributed worldwide, and, slowly but surely, the epidemic began to recede. Lives were saved, and the world started to heal. Indiana Gary, unaware of the incredible sacrifice Lady Grace had made for him and for the world, continued his adventures in the jungle. But Lady Grace, although she couldn't be with him, knew that she had played her part in saving the world. Her love for Indiana Gary had transcended species and had become a beacon of hope that shone bright in the darkest of times, reminding everyone that love and sacrifice could change the course of history. The end. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to our channel for further love and adventure stories.